So should you buy Bitcoin as a passive Vanguard ETF investor? Let's find out. So this book, The Intelligent Investor, talks about trying your luck in more speculative bets. And a more speculative bet can be Bitcoin. So the book's author explains there is investing and there is speculating. So putting your money into Vanguard ETFs like the S&P 500 ETF or the All-world ETF is investing in the author's mind. And although he doesn't mention Bitcoin specifically, I believe that putting money into Bitcoin feels more like speculating. And of course, if you're a hardcore Bitcoiner, you probably believe that putting money into Bitcoin is investing and it's not speculating. And suppose you're a hardcore Vanguard ETF investor who hasn't put money into anything besides well-diversified Vanguard ETFs. In that case, you probably think Bitcoin and cryptos are speculative bets, especially if you don't know anything about it. And if you're like me, you're somewhat in the middle. So during these last 18 months, I've read dozens of articles and listened to dozens of podcast interviews related to Bitcoin and crypto. And I'm still far from calling myself knowledgeable about Bitcoin and crypto, but I do feel that I understand the fundamentals. So according to my latest blog post, I have 13% of my total net worth in crypto, whereas 83% sits of that in Bitcoin. So as I just mentioned, I'm somewhat in the middle of seeing putting money into cryptos as only speculative bets or a really good investment. So looking at my situation, I'm still relatively young, have a decent stable monthly income, have relatively low cost living expenses, and therefore can afford the chances of losing the money I put into it. So therefore I decided to add a little bit more money into my Bitcoin fund. So let's switch over to my computer here where I'll show you where I buy my Bitcoin and how this all works. So we're now in my Coinbase account, and as you can see I added 1,000 euros to my Coinbase account. So this is the first time I'm buying crypto through Coinbase. I previously did it through Binance, but Binance doesn't support Ideal payments any longer, and Ideal is the most used payment provider here in the Netherlands. So I couldn't add funds to Binance anymore, so I needed to check some other crypto platforms, and I went with Coinbase. I'm gonna click the buy Bitcoin button, and once you do that, you'll see a screen here. You can choose a one-time purchase, a daily purchase, a weekly purchase, or 2 times a month, or a every month purchase. I actually like this idea of automatically purchasing Bitcoin instead of doing it manually every time. So I'm gonna go for the weekly one. So I already added 1,000 euros to this account. It'll cost you 15 euro cents, at least for me, with the Ideal payment, to add 1,000 euros to the account. So 15 cents. It doesn't matter if you add 100 euros to the account or 1,000 euros. It always costs 15 cents. At least that's what I concluded, what I saw. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a buy Bitcoin on a weekly basis, and I'm gonna say 200 euros. Now you'll see here in the order preview how much you will receive for purchasing 200 euros worth of Bitcoin. So you'll see the purchase. It's actually 197 euros, and the Coinbase fee is 3 euros. So the fee depends on what day you purchase, I believe. And the more you purchase, so it's not the case that this price will be the same the more you purchase. So let's say if I purchase 1,000 euros at once, I will pay a higher Coinbase fee. I already checked that out. So I'm gonna select this one, 200 euros every week on every Friday. So of course we as Vanguard ETF investors, we don't like this high fee. So the Coinbase fee is 3 euros when I purchase 200 euros worth of Bitcoin. So of course we don't like that. It's like 1.5%. And if we learn anything from investors, they say, like from expert investors, they say make sure to have your yearly fees or whatever as low as possible. But the thing is, there is no crypto platform whatsoever in my knowledge, as far as my knowledge goes, that doesn't require any fees. So yeah, it is what it is. So I'm gonna click on buy now. Let's see what happens. It's the first time I'm doing it through Coinbase. Okay, so we now successfully purchased for 200 euros worth of Bitcoin, and it will do now for the upcoming weeks until I have no more funds, of course. So I'll need to top it up if I have no more funds. So if I go to assets, you see I have less euros at the moment, but I do have some Bitcoin right now. So asset allocation, you see that I have 22% in Bitcoin in this Coinbase account and 77% in euros. So where do I store my Bitcoin? So I store my Bitcoin on a ledger. It's called a cold storage, a cold wallet. So it's basically some sort of a USB stick, and you can connect it to your PC. So this is the thing you will receive if you go to ledger.com. I think that's the website. I'll leave a link to Ledger if you want to check it out. It's not mandatory to store your Bitcoin on a device like this, but experts say it's more safe. And what I've read, if you have like more than 5,000 euros or more than 10,000 euros worth of Bitcoin or crypto stored on a platform like Coinbase, they suggest moving your Bitcoin over to a device like this. So if you check out my Ledger account, you see that I have 0.75 Bitcoin and 2.19 Ethereum. So they also have a mobile app. Actually, I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but so the 0.75 Bitcoin is worth at the moment of the time of this recording 30,000 euros, and Ethereum, 2.19 Ethereum is currently worth 6,000 euros. So I have 83% of my total crypto balance on the Ledger device is worth in Bitcoin. 83% and 16%, 17% almost is Ethereum. But coming back to Coinbase, I will not immediately transfer this amount to this cold storage device. I will probably wait until I have like maybe 5,000 euros in this account, and then I will transfer it to this account, because this is more safe. So if you also want to use Coinbase, there is this a referral program they offer. So give a friend the gift of a free crypto. So if you go through my referral link, it's in the description below, you will receive $10 for free in crypto, I believe. I think that's the promotion, and I will receive $10 for free in crypto as well. So we both receive the $10. So here it says 8.63 euros, but that's just the currency converter of US dollars to euros. So if you go through my referral link and you sign up for Coinbase and you add at least $100 into the account, you'll receive $10 for free, and I will receive it as well. It will not make a big difference, of course, this $10. But if you already wanted to create an account on Coinbase, why not go through this referral link and receive that $10 for free? So let's switch the cameras again, so I can give you a little bit more context around crypto and Bitcoin and why I invest a portion of my money into this. So I just showed you my computer screen here, how Coinbase works and how I buy it and store my Bitcoin. But before you go on with your day, make sure to watch this video till the end, because the upcoming part is, in my opinion, the most important part of this video. There are thousands of different active cryptocurrencies, whereas Bitcoin has the most significant share of the pie. According to coinmarketcap.com, the total market cap of all cryptocurrencies is 1.9 trillion US dollars. And just as a reference, the total stock market worldwide sat at 93 trillion US dollars in 2020, last year. And to add another reference for you, gold's market cap sits between 9 and 13 trillion dollars. It depends on what source you use. So coming back to cryptocurrencies, of that $1.9 trillion market cap, 42% is Bitcoin and 19% is Ethereum. And I'll repeat this. Of that 1.9 trillion US dollars, 42% is Bitcoin and 19% Ethereum. All the other coins are below 4% of the total market cap. So looking at the total market cap of cryptocurrencies, whereas Bitcoin is the dominant factor, it grew tremendously in the past years. So this website lists all the top assets by market cap, whereas gold is far on top, with Apple in second place and Bitcoin sits at spot 9, just below Facebook and above Tesla. And in my opinion, if you're into diversification, adding Bitcoin to your asset portfolio is not a really stupid thing to do, looking at this list of total assets. There are people saying Bitcoin is the new gold. Imagine if Bitcoin keeps growing as far as the total market cap of gold. That will mean Bitcoin needs to 11x its current price of around 43,000 US dollars. And imagine buying Bitcoin at 50,000 US dollars, for example, and it 10x's slowly over time to $500,000. But then again, some people believe Bitcoin is a scam and it will go to zero someday. So one of these guys who doesn't believe in Bitcoin is a man called Peter Schiff. So Peter is a hardcore believer Bitcoin is a scam and that it will fail someday in the future. So he recently recorded a podcast where he discussed his case against Bitcoin. So it's definitely worth listening to get a better understanding of the different perspectives. And that's what I've been doing these past 18 months, trying to listen to people at both sides, so not only Bitcoin enthusiasts, but also to the people that don't believe in it. Still, Bitcoin sits high on the list of the top assets, and therefore I think it's a good diversification decision to own a slight bit of it. So how much should you own of Bitcoin? Well, that's totally up to you, but if you want to follow the advice in this book, The Intelligent Investor, and see Bitcoin as a speculative bet, you shouldn't go higher than 10% of your total wealth. And please do note, it's not that this book tells you to always put 10% of your money into a speculative bet. So the maximum of 10% is just a recommendation if you want to try out a speculative bet. So for me, I already have 13% of my total wealth into cryptos, and as you just saw on my PC, I'm buying a bit more. But it's definitely not that I'm going all in on Bitcoin or something like that. It's just looking at the market cap of Bitcoin and crypto in general, and Bitcoin sitting below Facebook and above Tesla doesn't scream to me it is going anywhere soon. Furthermore, the idea of comparing Bitcoin to gold and gold sitting at a 10x level of Bitcoin currently also is an interesting idea for me. No one knows for sure whether Bitcoin will someday hit that gold market cap, but if it does, I don't want to be sitting on the sidelines. I don't have to be the top goal scorer either, but I want to say that at the very least I was a part of that game. And if you also want to be part of the game and buy some Bitcoin for yourself like I did, as I just saw you in this video, you can use my referral link to Coinbase.com. If you sign up for Coinbase through my link, you and I both receive 10 US dollars once you buy at least $100 worth of Bitcoin or another crypto. I'll drop my Coinbase referral link in the description below. Would you please let me know in the comments what you think of the idea of adding a tiny bit of Bitcoin to your portfolio? It doesn't have to be like 10%, it can also be like 5 or 1% too. I'm curious about your thoughts on this subject. So thanks for watching my video and make sure to click the thumbs up button if you enjoyed watching it. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. See you later, bye bye.